All right, let's jump right in. We're about to unpack a concept that, if you really let it sink in, could completely change how you look at your own life. Welcome to what we're calling the quantum rewrite. Now, that is a heck of a statement. But the idea here is that it's a lie with a purpose, to keep you from realizing just how much power you actually have over your own reality. And look, this isn't about mysticism or just wishful thinking. The claim is that this hidden truth is actually backed by the most rigorously tested, most proven scientific theory in all of history, and that's quantum mechanics. So, let's get into our first section here, a dangerous, buried law. The central idea is this: your memories aren't just old recordings you play back. No, they're more like active blueprints that are building your present moment, right now. And that leads us to a really big question, one I want you to genuinely ask yourself. Do you feel like your past is fixed? Like it's done, over, locked in a box, and you can't touch it? Well, the strange world of quantum physics has a pretty shocking answer to that. It says, absolutely not. The past isn't set. In fact, it's constantly in flux, and it actually shifts depending on what you decide to observe in this very moment. I know, that sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. So you're probably asking, where's the proof for a claim that wild? Well, it comes from an experiment that pretty much broke our old understanding of physics. It's called the delayed choice experiment. And in a nutshell, it showed something that should be impossible. A choice you make right now, in the present, can actually determine the path a particle already took in the past. Just let that sink in for a minute. The future, in a way, influences the past. So the legendary physicist John Wheeler came up with this idea way back in 1978, and since then it's been confirmed by multiple real-world lab experiments. The mind-bending conclusion is that a particle's history isn't one single story. It's a cloud of possibilities until we look at it. Our active observation in the present is what literally forces one version of its history to snap into reality. So how on earth does that work? Let's walk through it. First, a particle is sent on its way, but its path is totally undecided. It's just a wave of potential. Then, in the present, a scientist decides how to measure that particle. And here's the crazy part. The particle's entire past journey instantly rearranges itself to match the measurement being made right now. The observation didn't just reveal the past, it literally created it. Okay, so let's bring this back to you because this is the big leap. The argument is that our memories work just like this. Your past isn't some fixed road behind you. It's a cloud of probabilities. And every single time you replay that painful memory, that one regret, you're not just remembering. You're performing an active observation. You are collapsing that negative timeline and making it real, right here, right now, over and over again. But wait a second. If that's true, why is change so hard? Why don't we just pick a better past? Well, that brings us to our next point, your biological sabotage. Think of it like this. Your mind is this amazing software, but it's running on hardware, your body, that's often working against you. Imagine your life is a movie theater. The screen is all your external stuff, your job, your relationships, your bank account. But the film that's being projected, that's your internal identity. It's made up of your memories, your beliefs, and the I am statements you tell yourself. You can get a new job, move to a new city, but if you're still playing the same old movie, you're just going to project the exact same story onto a new screen. So what keeps that old movie playing on a loop? It's something we can call the third brain, your nervous system. That's the hardware. And when your body gets stuck in stress, in that fight or flight mode, it physically hijacks your system. It sabotages any attempt your conscious mind makes to play a new movie. Your biology literally overrides your best intentions. But here's where things get really interesting. There's a part of your biology that has an incredible amount of power we usually ignore. Did you know the electromagnetic field generated by your heart is up to 5,000 times stronger than the field generated by your brain? That field acts like a massive amplifier for your intentions. But, and this is a big but, there's a catch. You can't just think your way into using it. You have to achieve a real physical state called heart-brain coherence. That's when your heart rhythms, your breathing, and your brain waves all sync up. It's only then that your body finally gets on the same page as your mind. Okay, so that's the what and the why. How do we actually do it? This brings us to the final and maybe the most important part of all this, the timeline rewrite protocol. This is the practical, step-by-step guide to becoming the architect of your own reality. Step 1 is the mental rewrite. So you start by picking just one memory, one regret that loops in your head. Then you have to truly accept the idea that in that quantum field of possibilities, a version of you exists who made a better choice. Next, you close your eyes and you vividly observe that better timeline. Don't just think about it, see it, hear it, and you have to feel the emotions of that better outcome for at least a full minute. You're literally observing a new past into existence. Now, for this new reality to stick, you have to reset the hardware. And the protocol for that is a specific breathing technique for about 5 minutes a day. It's super simple. Breathe in for a count of 4, hold it for 4, and then breathe out really slowly for a count of 6. That longer exhale is the key. It activates your vagus nerve, which tells your body it's safe, and that's what creates that heart-brain coherence we talked about. And the final piece of the puzzle is to lock it all in. Right after you do the breathing, while your body is in that calm, coherent state, you speak 3 I am statements out loud, and they have to be believable to you. Things like, I am someone who makes powerful decisions, or I am worthy of a new outcome. Think of these like command prompts you're feeding directly into your subconscious. You're not just wishing, you are declaring your new identity. So, when you boil it all down, the core message is this. You're not just a character in a story that's already been written. You are the author. And your power to start writing a completely new chapter begins right now, the second you decide it does. Which really just leaves us with one final, powerful question to think about. Now that you have the tools, now that you understand the theory, what kind of world are you going to choose to speak into existence?